One. If you need to, do you need? Do you need to go somewhere?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
You go and come back. So I'm going to give an
Okay.
introduction. What's up, everybody? My name is Monroe Mann from Break Diving. Welcome to a special broadcast. I have fellow break diver and also break diving board member Merlên Hoekstra, who is here with us. She's sort of here with us. She just stepped away for a quick second. But I'm looking forward to chatting with her and getting caught up with what's going on in her life. And we'll be talking about break diving and the philosophy and share some motivational tidbits that we hope to help you get through the day. If you haven't, please subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching any of our videos. You're helping us give us watch time, which is helping us to gain the 3,000 hours of watch time that we need in order to get monetized. So I love how we get a thumbs up, a like, but it still said there's nobody here. So there's a ghost in the machine here.
There's a ghost. Okay.
Ghost in the machine. Hold on, I have to sneeze. Welcome back.
Gesundheit. Ateshwe. Oh,
Thank you. Merci, mademoiselle. Ça fait longtemps que je ne parle pas le français. Comment ça va?
Pas mal. Il fait noir. Il fait noir ici.
Il fait noir.
Il fait noir, il fait froid.
Ah. Je n'aime pas fortement vivre en Floride, à Miami Beach, mais
il fait beau.
Il fait beau. Il fait beau tout le temps. All right, so how this works is generally YouTube will eventually send people in to the stream. You already have 2 likes. And the count at the top is sometimes wrong. Sometimes it says there are 0 people here when there are a couple people. Sometimes it says
I don't see any of it in here.
Do you see a number that says 0?
And I say, no, I see a number. It says live and it says 21, 22, 23. I don't see any other number.
What's 21, 22, 23? What's that?
27. It's counting seconds.
Oh, you don't see, it doesn't show you how many people are in the live stream? Like there should be like another number now?
On your side. Okay, it's white and you're on a white background, so I couldn't see it. So it says 5 thumbs up too. Yeah, it's white on a.
So now we have 5 people here. So that's how that works.
Yeah, I've got a dark background. That's why I can see the seconds ticking.
Yeah, you can probably see it now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Have Merlên here. Merlên is in Denmark.
Hello.
Right now.
I'm in Denmark.
Yeah, and
today.
Merlên is someone I've known for. Oh, stop that! Do you hear that honking?
I did.
My gosh, that was really annoying. Who's honking? Oh, there's somebody you can see. There's the garbage truck, and then there's somebody in the alley.
Oh, okay. And a yellow car.
That's a problem.
Oh no, they're stuck.
Yep.
And they shouldn't have left their car there.
Yep, that's going to be a problem.
Oh no.
So, Merlên, tell everybody who you are.
Who am I?
Yeah, you want to give us a 30-second hello?
Hello, well, I'm a third culture kid. That means I am from parents from different countries, a cross-cultural and intercultural marriage, and raised in a third country that had nothing to do with either parents' cultural or ethnic heritage or language spoken. So I'm a TCK. It's a popular term. If you go to international school, you'll hear I'm a TCK. But when I was growing up, there was no such thing as a TCK. That's a new term. So I'm a third culture kid, lived and raised all over the world, pretty much. Dad was a journalist. And I spent most of my childhood in Japan, although I was born in Korea. And was educated in France, and I did live in the US for a while as well. As an adult, I moved there as a university student, attended university at the University of Minnesota, went to the Sorbonne in Paris, studied at Pushkin Institute in Moscow, and I'm actually an Aussie citizen. So there you go. Currently, I've lived in, oh my goodness, I would say over 30 30 town cities in both hemispheres across 5 continents. Yeah.
What? So I never knew. You know, it's funny. I've known you for more than 20 years.
25, yeah.
25 years.
27 maybe.
I never really sat down with you, and or if you did tell me this, it never registered. I
You
didn't know
probably
you.
forgot. It's such a long, hard story to
Crazy
follow.
story. So you were born in Japan.
No, I was born in Korea, in Seoul.
Oh, in Seoul. But you. Hello,
Yeah,
Ishmael.
I
How
just did that. I
Ishmael's
was
a
born in
fellow
Seoul
break
and raised
diver.
in
Yeah. Oh, Ishmael, you're not the first
I still
person
have
here,
family there. My brother's there, his wife's
but
there,
you.
my niece is
Um,
there, and it's a problem with her because she refuses
oh,
to speak.
hold on 1 second. Just so you know, with YouTube Live, sometimes I have to talk to the people in the chat.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't see
anytime,
that.
sometimes when it sees them talking, I have to interrupt because otherwise, if we don't acknowledge the people that are watching,
Yeah, where do you see the chat?
do you see at the bottom? It says it
Yeah,
is a
I
message.
see I see the little thing, but I don't see anything written.
You don't see the message from Ishmael. It says hi. I'm the first one.
No, hi Ishmael. No, I don't see anything.
Now
It
that's
says, yeah, it
that's
says it says chat viewing options, top chat, some messages, potential spam may not be visible, live chat, all messages are visible, and
can
then
you
I don't see
can you
anything.
click all messages? Is there something you can check that you can?
Yeah, then it turns it off.
That's really strange. Ishmael,
Yeah,
can you write something else again to see if Marlene sees that?
hang
So
on. What do you?
Ishmael's a fellow break diver. He's
Hi,
actually
Break Diver.
he's in India, and he's the man responsible for doing 99% of the coding on the breakdiving mobile app,
Oh
which I'm
my
test.
goodness, that's a big responsibility.
Yeah, so it's all it's I have to just I'm doing the testing of it now, and if everything
Well
goes
done.
well, I'm hoping that in a week or so we'll actually have this.
Let me
You know,
just keep pushing that button.
yeah.
Uh,
So anyway, Ishmael says hi, Merlan. I'm sure that's weird that you can't see that.
no,
So let me ask this: so do you speak fluent Japanese?
I do speak Japanese. Mochiro.
Can you give us a brief introduction to yourself in Japanese? I'd love to
Oh,
hear some.
なんでいらないでしょ。やだ。
Where did you did you go to school, like elementary school in
Yeah,
Japan?
yeah, yeah. International school.
So what was
Yeah.
your?
So so
You
so
look
so
kind of
I was
Japanese. Is
I
your?
was raised to speak English because I went to international school. Now the problem with my brother's daughter, he's got her in a local school, and it's a problem now because she won't speak English. And he tried to put her into an international school. She's 12. He tried to put her into an international school, but apparently her English was not good enough to get into international school. So I don't know what they're going to do. It's and she's not Japanese, so she's being teased, being bullied at school because she's not Japanese.
What does she look like? Is she
Her,
white? Is she black? She
her mother
Indian?
is Texan. Her mother is blonde. She looks a bit. She looks like me actually, but the mother is blonde with green eyes from Dallas, Texas.
Hmm.
Mother looks like me, but my niece looks like me. So she's taller than everybody else. But yeah, so we're trying to figure that one out. If anybody has any suggestions how to get. Oh, and she's changed her name as well. She doesn't want to be called by her first name anymore. She wants to be called by something that sounds more Japanese, which is her middle name.
This is interesting. So what now? Do her parents speak Japanese?
My brother, her dad does. Yeah. And I think my sister-in-law might know a bit. I'm not sure. I've never actually spoken to her in
What about the
Japanese.
mother?
The mother, my sister-in-law, yeah, she's from Dallas. I don't know how much
I mean,
Japanese she
I think
speaks.
I just gotta say is I'm if I were the parent, I would say when you were in this home, if I were the parents, say this is we're speaking English alone in this home,
Yeah,
and
well, she can speak English when she goes to Texas and visits her grandfather,
oh,
grandma.
where does she live now?
They live in Tokyo
So I don't understand what's the problem with her only speaking Japanese.
because she needs to learn English. She needs to be able to speak English. And the mother is from Texas. My sister-in-law's from Texas. When my sister-in-law addresses her in English, apparently the little girl will answer in Japanese because she wants to be
Oh.
Japanese. She's being bullied because she's not Japanese.
You know that I saw. It reminds me of the story about the Miss Japanese pageant or something from like 6 months ago, and
Okay.
she was a mixed race Japanese, so she did not look like a normal Japanese person,
She
and
was like a half or a quarter or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. But she's a Japanese citizen,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it's like, and she was getting harassed or whatever for saying like you're not a real Japanese
Yeah. It's
woman,
all
so
like.
you shouldn't have won. And it's so interesting just to think about like what does
Yeah.
nationality mean and
I have a
ethnicity and
friend.
culture.
Yeah, I have a friend from actually not my friend, but my friend's nephew emigrated from Venezuela to Japan and decided to become a Japanese citizen. And in order to, and Japanese citizen, that means you have to give up your other citizenship. So you have
Hmm.
to, they do not allow dual citizenship. So he had to relinquish his Venezuelan passport, which was fine with him. He says he never plans on going back to Venezuela. And he had to take on a Japanese name. Uh, so yeah, but he looks foreign. He looks like a foreigner, and he's learned Japanese, but he's a Japanese citizen. And I think those are more accepted. It's more accepted when, but it's less probably accepted if you look more Japanese or half Japanese and you travel and come back. Even those Japanese that are well traveled and go back to Japan, they feel a little bit outside because they're a bit,
Hmm.
yeah, they've had other experiences. But it's changing. It's changing. That's not going to be that way. The world's getting smaller.
Yeah.
We'll pay for
Uh,
stuff.
Before I come back to what you're saying, Ishmael just says that's a deep philosophical question, and I imagine Ishmael, you experienced that a lot in India, where it's a
That's a
big.
huge country.
Uh,
Ishmael, where in India are you?
he's in Kerala.
Okay, I don't know where that
Have you been to
is.
India?
Only in Bombay,
Okay.
Mumbai. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can't
I
get
just found out recently. Do you know why Bombay
trying to
is
get the chat
called
to work.
Bombay?
Why
Because the
they bombed the bay?
Portuguese controlled that city and that part of India for a while. And in how do you say a good bay in Portuguese is bom bay,
Okay,
which is fascinating. So I
yeah,
thought that was very interesting. That I didn't
yeah,
even know
that's
that the
interesting.
Portuguese were that they had their. Let me switch gears and ask you a question. Do you think the world eventually is going to become one race?
No,
And why not?
it'll be a mixture of races.
But I mean,
We're
if we,
already a mixture of races. It's not going to be one.
yeah, but let's say like 60, 70 years ago, it was very rare to have a black and white, like a mulatto, as they say, a black and white child or an Asian and white child. It's not as frequent as it is today. And I just feel like let's just imagine, let's just say like we're thinking like 2,000 years from now.
2,000 years from now.
I think there'll still be enclaves of very ethnically pure places like in Asia and in Africa
Or the
and maybe
Eskimos,
maybe in Nordic countries of Europe, such as yeah Denmark
the
and
Eskimos,
yeah
the
the
Ainu, or the yeah.
but I mean I feel like is 90% of the population of the world going to eventually become a mixed, like we're all going to be mixed races and sort of start
But
to
we're
look
all
alike.
already mixed races. I mean, if you go and do your DNA test, you'll find you have a mixture of them.
I'm 100% human.
There you go.
I am not Ishmael.
I'm
Right?
all mixed up.
Um, so for those of you
I'll say
joining,
confused, mixed up.
the whole world is confused these days. And is this your first time coming onto our YouTube live stream?
As a guest, yes,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
I've been
Okay.
as
Um,
a as a standbyer that
you
on the
mean a
chat,
viewer?
working on the iPad.
So yeah, I don't know why. So Ishmael just wrote, I remember the speech from Ronald Reagan in the UN. By the way, Reagan is REA, not RAE. He mentioned something like that. What did Ishmael? What did Ronald Reagan say, Ishmael? He said that we are likely to become a solitary race, or echoing what Merlin said, that we
Well, we
already
are the
are
human
mixed
race.
races?
No, interplanetary travel, human race.
Do you want to? I don't want to do interplanetary travel. Do you have any interest in leaving planet Earth?
No, no, none whatsoever.
No, I find it
I would
very.
much rather be here than on Mars.
Yeah,
Much.
I don't see how anyone. Why would anybody want to go live on Mars?
No,
The only way that's a nice existence is if you're in some biodome that uses virtual reality to make it seem like you are actually outside and you're
no,
on Earth. I mean, that just then
no.
you.
We have a beautiful, gorgeous planet. If there's some other portal out there leads us to a beautiful planet, maybe. But going on the ship outer space and no, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good too. No interest. Ishmael
You
says,
airplanes.
"What's that?
You jump out. I fly them, but you jump out of them.
Together we could be a good team." I yeah,
How many
I
thousand
went
feet do you
skydiving.
jump from? Do you
I've
jump
done I've done 51 so far,
from
and
what height?
oh, 14,000 feet is usually
Yeah,
the.
yeah.
Let me look. Yeah, that that's one of my dives, since we're talking about break
Fourteen
diving.
thousand feet. That's surely after
And
10,000. You're supposed to do
let's see,
oxygen.
I've done. Oh no, excuse me. Wow,
Yeah, oxygen. What?
I've done a lot more than I thought. I've done 61. 61. So
What's been your most frightening moment?
is you mean in general skydiving?
Yeah. What? Like, what was the like?
I had a parachute malfunction,
Yeah, that's
and
always a nightmare. What happened? What did
and
you do?
there was a tangle in the line, and I couldn't control the parachute, so I had to get rid of the parachute and start falling again, and hope and pray that the reserve parachute opened, and it did. And they say that in your first 1,000 jumps, it's called a cutaway. When you have to cut away your main parachute, your first 1,000 jumps, you're probably going to have a cutaway. Mine happened on jump like 55,
Wow.
and I've talked to so many others who have had 3, 4, 5,000 jumps, never had a cutaway. And
Wow.
so, and like those super
So
experienced,
what's involved in cutting away? What do you have to do?
there's a little like you thing you grab right here, like this. And
Okay.
you grab it and you pull it down, and that immediately releases the main parachute. And it's
Release
connected to the
means
thing called
lets
a
it.
sky hook. So like the parachute just starts floating away up, and I start falling down from it. And as I'm falling away from it, the sky hook then pulls out, because it uses the wind from the main parachute that's still floating above you, to
The
pull
parachute
out the.
that you're falling up pulls out. Hang on, sorry,
It,
I missed.
I've got the main parachute above me, and I pull this lever here, this line, this release thing, and then the main parachute stays high, and I just start to fall because I'm no longer connected to the parachute. But because that still has some wind resistance above me, it's enough to pull. It's connected to the reserve parachute. It pulls the reserve parachute out,
Oh.
and then the reserve opens. But there's another lever here, which is called the reserve handle. After I pulled this one, which has released the main, I pulled the reserve as well, because you never want to assume that
Yeah.
the sky hook is
Do you
going to
pull it
work.
immediately or do you wait a second?
I went 1, 2,
Okay.
and thankfully it opened, and I landed, and it was scary. I'm of course not going to lie,
Yeah. And
but
how do you control where you're landing?
you control the parachute. It's like an airplane.
Okay.
Yeah, so you actually have to fly like in landing patterns. Like you have to go on
Okay.
your your downwind leg. Then you have to
Yeah.
it's usually it's 900 feet. Start
Mhm.
going on you're in your landing area, your holding area. At 900 feet, you start
And
moving
how do you
towards.
know you're at 900 feet and
I,
not?
I have an altimeter on my hand,
Okay. Oh,
and
okay.
I take off my watch and I put the altimeter there instead. And
Okay.
then at 600 feet, go down the crosswind leg. At 300 feet, turn towards final
You don't have
approach.
to call control tower.
No, but
Dang.
the pilot does. The pilot has to like let everybody know in the area, hey, we have skydivers here, and he doesn't give us the green light to jump unless all traffic in the area has acknowledged that they're not going to come into they're not going to land. until all skydivers are on the ground. And so yeah, it works. Have you gone skydiving?
No, I'm staying on the airplane. But I have had experience on a weird landing on a on a on an airstrip that was not paved. It was a dirt airstrip.
Hmm.
And then as I was coming in, there was a kangaroo hopping across the runway, full throttle, go around, do it again. I just
Wow.
go around and come back. Yeah.
Your pilot's license is like you don't keep it up, right? You'd have to get a medical
No,
certificate
you
again.
have to keep it current. You have to do 3 takeoffs and 3 landings, obviously, within 90 days.
Whoa. Now,
Yeah.
is that FAA rules in the USA or around the world?
I'm CASA, CASA, so that's Australian. I don't know about the US rules, but CASA, CASA
Here,
is
let me look
it
this.
was 3
Let me
takeoffs and landings every 90 days. So, yeah, so I'm not current, but
let
it
me
was fun.
let me ask. Let's ask good old Chat GPT.
Mhm.
See what it says. Stand by. In the United States, according to FAA regulations, once you have a private pilot license, what do you have to do to keep your pilot's license current?
Current.
Every month or every year or every 3 months? What's the requirement?
To keep your private pilot license current, the FAA requires a flight review every 24 months with an instructor. This review typically includes at least 1 hour of flight training and 1 hour of ground instruction. You also need to meet recent flight experience requirements to carry passengers, such as making 3 takeoffs and landings within the preceding 90 days.
I see. So if I'm only a private pilot and I do not have any desire to bring passengers on
Oh,
my
but you would have
airplane,
passengers
then
as a
I
private
don't need to
pilot.
do the review except every 24 months. Is that right?
You would have your
Yes.
friends on.
Oh,
You only need to complete the flight review every 24 months to keep your private pilot license current. If you decide to carry
okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
so a passenger like the aircraft I flew could carry 7 passengers, for example. Um,
But I don't think it's about the.
sorry, it could carry 6, but I could
I don't
carry.
think it's about the capacity. It's whether you as a pilot intend to carry passengers. Is that
It
right?
well, I had passengers as a private pilot, but
No,
they
no,
weren't
no,
passengers; they
no.
were friends.
No,
Do
but
you
I'm
know?
saying
It's
in.
not a commercial. It's not a commercial.
But
Not a,
even so, I think that's what they're saying is that like in the at least the FAA, if you just want to fly the airplane by yourself, you just need to do the flight review every 24 months.
no,
But if you want to carry passengers, you have to do the 3 takeoffs and landings.
oh, well, in Australia, a private pilot is licensed to carry up to 7 people.
So they're required to be eligible to carry
Your
passengers.
your PPL gives you license to carry up to 7 passengers. The aircraft that I flew could fit 6. So,
Wow. And I'm still curious about your life and just like so let's talk about like first how many years did you live in Japan? You were born in South Korea,
I was born in Seoul. Hmm.
Seoul. Do you speak Korean?
I tried to calculate that. Probably 20 years in Japan.
So how long?
Thought
So you're only in South Korea in
that
Seoul for a few months,
a year.
a year. Then you
Well,
went to
11
Japan.
months or something like that. I didn't even make it to my first birthday. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you don't have any Japanese passport or anything like that?
Are you kidding? You're only allowed to have a Japanese passport and nothing else if you have a Japanese passport.
No. Are you part Asian?
You're Asian.
Oh,
My
okay. Yeah, you look kind of Mongolian-ish.
Oh, I get Kiwi quite a bit. I get Samoan and Kiwi quite a bit, but I don't get Mongolian.
You know why? Because 99% of the population has never been to Mongolia and has never seen a
I've
Mongolian.
I've been to Mongolia.
What cities did you go to?
I was in Ulaanbaatar. I went there in 1990. I took the Trans-Siberian. We got off there.
Wait, the Trans-Siberian
1994.
stops in Ulaanbaatar?
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
that's
Trans-Siberian
wild.
goes through Mongolia and stops. Yeah, it makes several stops. So
And
that was
where did
90.
you start from in Japan?
I started from Moscow.
Moscow. Okay.
I started from Moscow and took it into China through Mongolia. Yeah, that was
I did the Trans-Siberian Express once, but it was only from either, I think it was Moscow to St. Petersburg or St. Petersburg to which city is closer to Helsinki?
Helsinki, Finland. St. Petersburg's on the water up there.
Okay, so we flew into Moscow, spent time there, then took the Trans-Siberian to St. Petersburg. Then we took
But you didn't go across Siberia. They just called it the Trans-Siberian. Was it like the last leg of the?
Yeah, I think it's the Trans-Siberian Express. It goes all the way from
Vladivostok or from?
But I mean, it goes all the way into like Beijing, right? I think it goes all
Yeah,
across there and
yeah,
ends up
yeah.
in.
I took it all the way to Beijing.
So how many
There's
nights?
only one. There was only one train. I think was it one train every 3 or 4 days? So if you get off, you had to wait several days for the next train.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And how many days did it take
If
you?
you don't get off the train, like if you stay on and start in Moscow and just go all the way through, it should take you about 8 days,
8 days.
depending on which route
Interesting.
they go. Yeah.
So it took us. It was an overnight.
Wait,
We all stayed. We stayed in the sleeper cars that one night from Moscow to St. Petersburg. But
Yeah, it's only a few hours from Moscow to St. Petersburg. It's like an overnight ride. I mean, during the night ride.
yeah, I remember this was when
And
I
then
was in college.
St.
I felt
Petersburg,
like such a
go to Finland.
it was such a romantic, like, oh my gosh, I'm like James Bond. I'm on the Trans-Siberian Express. What did you say about Finland?
Did you get off in St. Petersburg and then go over to Finland after?
Yeah, then we went to Finland, and then
Did
we
you
took the
take a
ferry
ferry?
to
Mm-hmm.
Estonia. I think we
Oh,
took. I don't know how. It's a good question. How long is it from St. Petersburg to Helsinki?
I don't know. I haven't taken the ferry.
Let me. Let me. How far is it from St. Petersburg, Russia, to Helsinki, Finland? By car, it's 7 hours 42 minutes. I, I, as far as I remember, I think we took a bus
Okay.
and we went to visit Nokia.
Okay.
And
I remember Nokia. Did you have one?
what's that?
Did you have a Nokia? Did you ever have
I
one?
had a Nokia in 1999, 2000 when I came back to the United States, and then we took we took the ferry from Helsinki to Tallinn, Estonia. And then that's where the whole rest of the group went back to Switzerland. 3 friends and I rented a car and we drove then down to Riga, Latvia, and Vilnius and Kaunas, Lithuania, and then we went to Warsaw, and then from Warsaw we flew back.
Okay.
So,
I keep trying to open this chat, but it's just not working.
I honestly, it's so weird. Usually there are a bunch more people here, and it's funny too. I don't know I don't know if there's an error here.
Do you see any messages down
The,
there?
the last message I see is from Ishmael saying, "If aliens came, we will become one as humans." But
Ooh, maybe they're already here. Who knows?
they could be.
I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien.
Oh yeah, that's a funny song.
In
um,
New York.
yeah. So what we're basically doing, and why I'm doing these YouTube lives, I mean, for many reasons, obviously to inspire people watching and encourage people to come to breakdiving.io and join our community. But we're at, I think we have about 750. Let me look. Watch hours now. You need 3,000 to get the first phase of monetization.
Right,
And
but we want to have some good content, not just right.
let me see.
Maybe some theme, or do you use this channel to do the language classes?
I don't provide language classes.
Weren't there some like language classes?
Oh
that
yeah,
you
but I
could
usually do those on on Zoom.
on
But
Zoom?
we could do it on here. The only thing is that the the language classes here on Zoom, you have other people to talk to in real time, video chat. like you and I are chatting now. But here, if you're doing it by yourself, it would be more of a tutorial. And then you can answer questions from the people that chat, like, oh, how do you say hello in French? Oh, you say hello in French, bonjour, things like that.
Could you have Zoom on your laptop next to it and do the Zoom and then?
You could do that, but and I've done that with some of the study hall things and some of the different events because it gets us watch time. But it is a little weird because I'm talking to the people on the Zoom and they're talking back and forth here and there. But then there are the people on the YouTube live, but they are not able to talk to us in real time. It's only in chat. So,
And what
but
happens to the chat? The chat just disappears after, and then the video stays
no, the
behind.
chat stays there too. So when people watch the replay, they can look back and see these messages that Ishmael is sharing, and
Never knew that.
and so
Well, you write.
what's that?
Be careful what you write; it stays.
Yeah, it stays there. This is unfortunately not a great example of what I do. Usually, when I'll do these live streams, I'll have at least like 2 or 3 people consistently, and you do it for an hour, you get like 4 to 6 hours of watch time. This one, we have people. You know, I don't know if you can see right now. It says 0 right there, 0 and 4. But we had 4 people who gave thumbs up. And there were 15 people here for about 5 minutes earlier. And the way YouTube Live works, I don't know how YouTube determines who they send our way. Now we have 2 people.
So maybe Ola should get on. He's at work right now.
Yeah, honestly, I'll agree. And any time that you're like at home or before you go to bed, just go to the Break Diving channel and turn on one of the live streams that were recorded and just let it run for the 7 hours while you're sleeping, and boom, we'll get 7 hours of watch time. So that's a way you and anybody else who's watching can assist us.
Let's tell. I'm sure you've already done this before in some other shows that you've done. Let's tell people about break diving and how it came to be.
Well, I was on most of the other social medias, Facebook and Twitter and all those, LinkedIn back in the day, and at the same time I was finishing my PhD in psychology at Capella University. And I just started reading all of these articles showing about these negative effects of social media, particularly something called Facebook envy, where everybody just posts the good stuff in their lives and try to make everyone feel like they are living this charmed life when the truth is they're probably miserable.
Right.
And the person who says, I just bought a new house. This is my 3rd real estate property I just bought. Well, the truth is that person's probably struggling to pay the mortgage on 2 of those properties and the tenants left. I mean, anyway, I got really fed up with this fake social media persona and the egotism and self promotion that came about from the way the social media algorithms worked. And then 2016. I mean, here's the thing. It's even before that. This is basically what I'm telling you is how I came up with the idea of creating it as an online community. But I came up with the break diving concept back in 1999 when I was pursuing acting at the time in New York City. I joined the military and I went to basic training, and I came up with this creed, which is on my arm. That's Chinese Jushu Meijiako, and then Buhohui, which is no rules, no excuses, no regrets. And those 3 parts, the no rules part came from me realizing that I made more progress in show business as an actor when I bucked the trend. When everyone else was zigging, I decided let me zag, and that made me a little bit more appealing and allowed me to stand out. The no excuses part was from basic training, where I basically that's what the drill sergeant mantra was constantly, keep moving, no excuses, no excuses. And then the no regrets part was me realizing on one hand, if you live a life of no rules and no excuses, you'll have a life of no regrets. But more deeply, I think a lot of depression happens in the world from us regretting what we didn't do or regretting what we did do. And I'm just trying to help everybody to recognize that
you think
there's
Go
a
on.
yeah, it's just that that they're not the only people who are, and you watching, you're not the only person who is struggling with life, trying to figure out how to make your dreams come true while also paying your bills, trying to take care of all your medical problems. And if you don't have any now, you will. Eventually, something's going to happen. You're going to break an arm. You're going to have a heart condition. You're going to have high cholesterol, whatever. And you know what? It's really overwhelming to deal with that, and then deal with all of this social media of people rubbing in their face that apparently they're living a much better life than you, and you're the only person in the world who is suffering. But it's not true. And so I created this breakdiving.io community. I hope you guys will go visit it, breakdiving.io. And I'm hoping late December 2024 or definitely early January 2025, we'll be releasing the Breakdiving mobile app. Yasmin from Israel is in the chat now. How are you, Yasmin?
Hello, Yasmin from Israel.
Great to see you. This is my friend over here, Merlên, who currently lives in Denmark, but is a complicated mess of a multi-ethnic and nationalistic smorgasbord.
There you go.
I'm going to call her my smorgasbord.
Oh, okay.
That's your new nickname. What's up, smorgasbord?
My nickname was Rainbow in
Rainbow,
in
yeah. You're a rainbow. Instead of being a rainbow, a smorgasbord of colors, you're a smorgasbord of ethnicities and nationalities. Yasmin, great to have you.
What year did you publish
Theatrical Juggernaut? That was in 2001.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So
I just.
And when did you start the Unstoppable Actors newsletter?
I started Unstoppable Actors in 1999, maybe early 2000. I think it was 99. I graduated from Franklin College, Switzerland in 1999, and I flew back from Lugano that May.
Okay.
And
Well,
that's when I.
And I flew back in 1999, and then you started Unstoppable Actors then.
Well, I'm trying to think if I had started Unstoppable Actors before or after writing the Theatrical Juggernaut. I think
it was before, because I was getting the newsletter around December 1999 or January or mid-January in the 2000s.
That makes sense. I think I started doing that, and but you know, but you know what?
I was in Sydney.
Do you remember the Learning Annex?
Yes, but we don't have the Learning Annex in Australia, so I wouldn't have found
it doesn't exist anymore. It outgrew itself. It became too. I'll tell you the story about the Learning Annex in a second, and it's a big lesson in business about don't lose track of your roots, because Learning Annex is gone now, and I'll explain what happened. Anyway, I was giving these over the summer of 1999. I was knee deep trying to get cast in anything. And I ended up getting cast in a bunch of student films at NYU, Columbia University, New York Film Academy. I didn't think it was any great feat until I started talking to people saying, how did you do that? That was amazing. So I decided I would teach a class at the Learning Annex called How to Break into Student Films in New York. And it was really well attended. And the first night that I did it, a woman came up to me and said, like, you were the most inspiring person ever. I cannot believe how excited I am to go after you should do this for a living. And I thought, And so that's where Unstoppable Actors came. It came from that Learning Annex class. And I realized, and that's also where I learned that I was a good public speaker. And so that's basically how that happened.
1999 or sometime in 2000.
I don't know.
Thinking it was even 98, 99. But...
It couldn't be 1998 because I was still in Switzerland.
Okay, so then 1999 towards the end. I just remember I was living in Sydney, and I would walk along the beach, walk to the post box, and take the newsletter out of my mailbox in Bondi Beach. It was this physical newsletter.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to redo it through breakdiving. I think that would be cool, and create that magazine again from startup to stardom, and just purpose it through breakdiving and call that the official breakdiving. You don't get printed things anymore.
No, but those were I don't even know if I have any left. And then at some point it changed to Unstoppable Artists.
Artists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from Unstoppable Actors. We then included all the
Well,
arts.
think about. I
And
mean, everything that like break diving is basically the evolution of. It started out as
Unstoppable.
how to break into student films. Then it was the right. I wrote the theatrical juggernaut and created Unstoppable Actors. Then that became Unstoppable Artists, and then that morphed into why am I only helping artists? Why don't
Yeah.
we make this and why only people in the United States? Why don't we expand this to the world? For those who are just joining, we're talking about the company Break Diving, which I founded and which Merlin is a board member of, and it's a not-for-profit in the United States. And we also have an online global community at breakdiving.io. Merlin can't see the count, but we have 4 people watching now and 5 likes. And Yasmin says, by the way, I love Denmark. So Yasmin, maybe you can
Oh,
tell Merlin why you love Denmark. Have you been there?
and
Why and all
yes,
that?
where in Israel are you?
Yeah, I don't even know. I never even asked. Maybe I did, but I forgot. But she's.
Oh,
I'm
and
sure
thank you for the foreword for my book, by the way.
Oh, you're very welcome. By the way, Merlin is releasing a book called. Wait, was it Discovering Denmark?
Denmark Uncovered.
Denmark Uncovered.
Fun facts and curated snippets.
Yeah.
Fun
So
size glimpses into
Yasmin,
Denmark.
you'll soon be able to buy this book about Denmark. It's an amazing book. I wrote the foreword for it, and like you said, it's more than a travel guide. It's more than a culinary guide. It's more than a uh, historical guide. It's more than a culture. I mean, it's everything, and it's written in such a fun
Well, thank you.
manner that makes you really, and it's exciting. It makes me want it to. I want to go back to Denmark now.
Hopefully.
By the way, I didn't write. I didn't check or not. Do you explain in the book why it's the in Europe the vanilla ice cream with chocolate sauce is called Coupe Danemark? Or do you
No.
even know why?
No, I don't.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Coupe Denmark?
Yeah.
No, we we don't have that dessert here. We would. It's like calling you don't call a French fry in France. It's a pomme frite.
I'm pretty sure
We
it's.
don't
I'm
even
pretty
call them
sure it's.
Danish pasties. We don't even call them Danish. They're not Danish
I'm
pastries. They're
almost certain when I went to Kiel, Germany, and my friend and I drove north into Denmark, and there was Coop Denmark even there. Maybe it's because it was the city closest to Europe, closest to Germany, and they knew a lot of Germans were coming up there. Now that I've mentioned, I want you to look around and ask around and find out. Because I'm not in Europe right now. Coop Denmark. I see it all throughout Europe, and it's always the vanilla ice cream with chocolate
with
sauce.
chocolate sauce.
And I could be mistaken. I have been mistaken many times before about many things. But I'm almost because I had the same discussion with my friend who was German,
Mhm.
and
Look at
she did not believe me. And we were on our way up to Denmark,
And then
and
you found a Coupe Denmark.
and we found it. But I think it might be because it's only about 40 minutes drive from Germany, and they maybe
Yeah,
realized let's
Jutland.
make sure we accommodate the Germans so that they know what this ice cream sandwich is or something like that.
Isn't it
Uh,
called Sunday or something? I can. It says it's the name used in Belgium and the Netherlands for a sweet dessert consisting of vanilla ice cream with whipped cream. Okay, yeah. It's actually only used in Germany and Switzerland. This term.
Germany and Switzerland.
Yeah, in Germany and Switzerland, the same dessert, which is called a dame blanche in French, is called a coupe Danemark in Germany and Switzerland. It's a sweet dessert consisting of vanilla ice cream with whipped cream and warm molten chocolate. In, similar to the American ice cream sundae. The original dish was created by Auguste Escoffier, actually consisted of almond milk ice cream, poached peach, lemon sorbet, and white currants. So it doesn't say why it's called coupe danois, coupe dansk. No, that dansk. That's the wrong language.
But isn't that interesting? There must obviously.
In France, it's Coupe Danemark. Yeah, it's called a Dame Blanche in French.
Now in Germany, does coupe mean
in
cup?
Germany and Switzerland.
What does the coupe mean? Cup?
Yeah.
Or does it mean coup?
No, it's a cup. It could be. It could be. Yeah.
It's a Danish cup.
Oh no! In Danish we don't call that. That's Germany and Switzerland.
No, but I'm saying that's what the translation is a Danish
not
cup.
Not in Danish. We don't have the
No,
word.
in English. In English.
Oh, in English.
The translation into English is
from the word coupe. Yeah.
Coupe Denmark means Danish cup. The question is it a cup of a physical site, or is it a cup like a World Cup, like a sporting event?
Well, I would think it would be a coupe, like you have a coupe of champagne, or you can have a flute of champagne. When you drink champagne, you can have it in a coupe, or you can have it in a flute.
Right. Well, you have a etymological mission that I hope you can solve for me, because I'm sure you know some Germans and you know a lot of Danish people.
Well, I wouldn't know why they would call it a Denmark coupe.
That's what I'm saying. You have to ask around. You have to talk to your people.
Oh, but that's Germany and Switzerland. We haven't even heard of that here. I
never heard. There's got to be someone in Denmark who's heard of Coupe Denmark.
They probably the border of Germany over in Jutland.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe someone
they live in Sonneborg or some, in the former, yeah.
I don't even remember the city in Denmark that I visited. Let me look at a map. What are the cities?
I'm on one of the islands. I don't live on the peninsula.
You live on an island? Wait, so how do you get to
Did you know that Denmark is an archipelago? Denmark has over 440 named islands. But
really? So you can only get off the island by ferry?
We are connected by bridges. There are several islands that don't have bridges, but the main islands of where Copenhagen is, they have bridges. Fyn has bridges. Langeland, Lolland. There's no bridge to Samsø, no bridge to Ærø, no bridge to many islands. You have to take the ferry. In fact, this island didn't have a bridge when Ole was growing up. They had to take the ferry to Sjælland to go to Copenhagen.
How did you meet your husband?
We met at the Copenhagen airport. Love at first sight.
Like just randomly?
I saw him and he saw me, and that was it. Yeah.
Well, who talked to who first?
Who saw each other first?
Yeah, or who initiated the contact?
I think it was just both.
To all of you watching, don't you wish you could have a nice story like that?
Yeah, but it took have to find each other. I was, yeah.
Where's my love at first sight happy meeting?
Oh. Are you 58 yet? No.
No, I'm 47, and that's close enough. By the way, you look very good for 58.
I'm in my 60s, Monroe.
Wait, so why did you ask, are you 58?
Because that's how old he was when we met.
Oh, got it. So you're saying when I'm 58, I'm going to meet you again at the airport?
Where did it go? Am I still on?
You're still on.
Me? Okay, because my screen has gone completely black. I don't see you or anything.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Did you switch to another app?
No, my alarm went off because it's 6:00 and I have to go get ready to go to my course.
What time? What time are you leaving? In about how much more time do you have?
10, 15 minutes. I've got to get
ready. What I want you to do you have that home button on your iPhone? On your iPad?
Yeah.
All I want you to do is just kind of press it so that it gives you, and then come on back. Yeah, you are too. Come on back now to the there you go. Do you see yourself now?
Okay. Yeah, I see you. I see the whole
But
thing.
Do you see yourself?
The whole thing was black. No, because I'd have to turn it some other way, but
now do you see yourself? Yeah. Oh, technology. For those while Merlên is trying to figure this out, please subscribe to our channel. Please click like. What?
I'm on a very old iPad. Yeah, yeah. But so what were we talking about? You were talking about the Coupe Danois.
Yeah,
talked about diving. We've talked about book writing. Who published your book?
Which one?
Your first one.
The first one was through a self-publishing company called Unlimited Publishing. I don't know if they're still even around.
Okay.
And this was before Author House and this and that. I've had all my books published in all the different ways. I've done ebooks. I've done a traditional publisher where they pay me money up front. That was start your own coaching business. I've done co-publishing, which I did with Guerrilla Networking. Because I've done ebooks, and I've done now with KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing online with Amazon. I've even just created one as a PDF, like on my own YouTube channel. You can download my novel, We the Robots, for $1.99 and just buy it. So,
have you translated any of them into other languages?
No. That's not a bad idea, but that's a lot of.
So, did you take all of the books, like for example, your Zen time management and all? Did you, which I have as a physical book? Did you go and upload that into YouTube? Not YouTube, Amazon or KDP, and then publish it also as an ebook?
Well, Time Zen I did through Author House, so that they have distribution on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, all that stuff as well. Okay. Now, and for that, like you pay like $2,000. The last few books I've done, it's like I'm not paying to have my book published. I'm tired of that.
Yeah.
And so I've just been and Amazon makes
do it yourself.
Easy. Yeah, and so KDP has been fine. I publish a book, I'll put it on KDP. It's available as an ebook and also as a physical book via Amazon. And
that
every book sold is profit. Yeah. So.
Yeah, print on demand.
What are you doing with yours?
I'm gonna probably go KDP, Amazon, Ingram Sparks, Lulu.
What did you call it? Ingram Box?
Ingram Sparks and Lulu.
That's new. Ingram is great. That's fantastic that Ingram is now getting in on the game. And, I need to look in on that.
Stay away from Google Books. I'm not. Yeah.
I want to look that up.
But starting with Amazon and doing the print on demand. There was a publishing company here that through a friend, but I think having spoken to other people who went through publishers, including my cousin Laurence, it's probably better to self-publish.
Also, the issue that I found, unfortunately.
Oh, hang on. Okay, I got 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, all good. Give me like a 4-minute warning.
Yeah, that was it.
But you said
my alarm already went off. So
how much do you have? 5 minutes?
I got 5 minutes from now, so that I can just go get ready. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. It used to be if you had a decent book idea and a decent book proposal and reasonable credibility, you could pitch your book to publishers and get a book deal, a traditional book deal. Today, it doesn't. The only thing they care about: do you have a massive following on social media that will allow you to promote?
Which you do.
What?
Which you do. I don't have any social media.
No, I don't have a massive following. I got 4,500 subscribers on YouTube, 90% of which never watch my videos or come to my live streams. So if I had maybe 300,000 subscribers or 1 million, then maybe I could get the interest of traditional book publishers. But based on that, I mean, I just did 2 TEDx talks. You know that. I thought that was going to be a game changer. Nothing. It's like, we don't care.
Wow.
And so I realize it's really just about
patience. It'll happen, bro. It'll happen.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We shall see. So we've been fluctuating back and forth between 6 people and 0 people. Right now we have 2 people. So we've gone for about an hour. How this works is I'm guessing we'll probably end up with about 3 hours of watch time, which is great. And what I do at night.
Did you never say why she liked Denmark? Or?
No, yeah, Yasmin, if you're still here, why do you like Denmark? You can come in and sit down. I'll be done in 5 minutes.
Where in Israel are you?
Yeah, and Yasmin, where in Israel are you?
Yeah.
Where did you live in Japan, Merlin? Yeah.
I lived in Tokushima, Donari, Tokyo, Yokohama. I lived in a few different places.
I love how your accent sounds. You sound just like you're
Even
Japanese. It's so awesome.
and Tokushima is it's on Shikoku Island.
Very, very,
It's
very
the smallest of the four main islands.
okay.
Yeah,
Very
and the first year I lived there, no bridge to the mainland. We had to take a ferry to get there or fly.
You always are living on islands that require ferries
And
or bridges.
the second year that I was there, the Seto Naikai was built, so that they have that Seto you can go across to get to the mainland.
Oh, you want to say hi to my mom real quick?
Carolina!
Hello, bonjour, bonjour.
Hi!
Hello, how are you?
Long time!
Yes, it has.
Long time. Gosh, it was last I saw you in New York.
Good, Merlin. You're looking beautiful.
We were in
Where
Equinox.
are you now? Where are you now?
I'm in Denmark on an island on the central island.
On a what?
On the central island of Denmark.
Oh, is that where you moved to for a while? Are you living there now?
Yes, I live here.
Oh, how nice!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. You look great.
Good to you. Indeed.
You look great. Are you still playing piano?
Yes, although I'm having a little bit with dizziness, and when I play the piano, I found out when I start looking at the music and the keys, so I have to go to the doctor.
Oh no! Could it be a vision thing? Something with your eyes?
Something.
I don't know. We're taking Mamacita to the doctor tomorrow.
I have to get my eyes done as well. I need an eye exam.
So she says Merry Christmas to you and
Merry Christmas, Joyeux Noel, and Happy Holidays, Happy Year-end holidays to everybody.
absolutely to you too, Merlin. Great to see you. Now you've got an idea of how this works, and I'll text you the screenshot afterwards. It'll show you how many hours of watch time we get, the chat rate, and just some data about this. Hey, Gay, how are you? Hello, guys. Hello, Monroe. I'm watching from here. Hooray!
Tak for day. In Danish, goodbye is hi hi.
Hi hi.
Hello is hi, and goodbye is hi hi.
That's very funny. That's very economical with words. What's that? Oh, you're muted. Can't hear you. Hello? Oh, I guess she left. So, ladies and gentlemen,
bye.
Oh, you're there.
Hi.
Merlin, have a wonderful, wonderful time. Great to have you here. I'm just going to chat with Gabe Marie for a quick second in the Philippines and then talk to you later.
Hi hi.
Hi hi.
Tak for day.
Hi hi.
Hi hi.
Bye, Merlin.
Ciao. Oops.
So, hey, Gay, how are you? Good to see you. Gay, I'm going to jump off this thing quickly in a moment, but were you watching here the whole time? Or did you just get here? Would love to know. That was Merlin. She's in Denmark. She's been a part of breakdiving for many years. I have to get her more on the community because she's not on there as much as she would like and as much as I would like. But that'll happen soon. And certainly, guys, thank you for supporting our channel. Thank you for not only watching this live stream, but if you can help us, we're trying to get monetized so that we can get some money for our not-for-profit. We need 3,000 hours of watch time. We're at 790 right now. I think we're 780. You can help us by going to our channel and just watching some of the videos there. Go find a live stream from before, and please just watch it. Some people have been, you go to sleep, turn on one of our old live streams that's recorded, and just let it play while you sleep, one of those study halls. And Gay, you just got here. People always arrive right when I'm finishing. Isn't that the way things are? But Gay, I will give you a quick summary of what we talked about in 20 seconds. We talked about Denmark, we talked about Japan, talked about South Korea. Clear Check is asking, how many hours do you have now? What's up, Clear Check? Good to see you. We have now, I think 790. Yeah, 790. So slow and steady. So when Merlin was here, we were talking about her growing up in Japan and South Korea and Australia, and talked about how she met her husband at the airport in Copenhagen, Denmark. And we're talking about whether the world was going to become one race of people through intermarriage. Well, is that what's the future holds? We were talking about the origination of the dessert in Germany and Switzerland called Coupe Danemark, which is Denmark Cup, and why it's called that. And she didn't know, even though she lives in Denmark and is married to a Dane. And Clear Check, how many hours do you have on your channel now? It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing getting these watch hours. It requires a lot of discipline. So, in any case, a reminder. Break diving is all about no rules, no excuses, no regrets. Keep your dreams alive. Most importantly, don't let depression get you down. Don't let hopelessness get you down. And it's easy to say when you're feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good today. Last couple of days was just in the toilet. And what gets me out of it? Friends reach out to me, or I reach out to friends, talk to other people, read books. I read the Bible. I read books on psychology. I read self-help books. I'm reading Principles by Ray Dalio now. Just don't give up on the dream, no matter how frustrating it may be. And I want to give a shout out, even though this person doesn't follow this channel, but somebody said something very nice on my personal channel, and then I'm gonna read this to you. And it was very inspiring, because I was really thinking, should I just give up on being a YouTuber when I was on my other channel, which is the one that I make money from, but I was just getting very discouraged. And this guy wrote, and this guy has about 50,000 subscribers, I think. And he wrote to me, let me see, how many subscribers? No, 43.9. That's still a lot. And he wrote, maybe change it up. Maybe do some reaction to videos on topics that you feel strongly about. Because I don't watch much, but I can see the effort that you are putting in. You just got to change it up. Remember that YouTube thrives on the videos that you feed it. That may not be the same story for a channel with dedicated live streaming only, unless you're already big and people know who you are. Try to split things up a bit and react to videos that are already being talked about and going viral. Honestly, you are a fine man. You made your initial mark, and YouTube's algorithm will not just forget about you. This really is just a thing that happens sometimes. It will come back. Try new things. I do think the reaction videos are your missing link. So that gave me a lot of inspiration. And so maybe I'm looking into, maybe I could do a reaction video a week or do something like that. I don't know. And, but it gave me a little bit of hope and gave me a little bit of a different direction, a different tack on which to proceed. Clear Check's at 573 watch hours. That's fantastic too. We're getting there slowly and steadily. What's funny? No matter how depressed I feel, there's a YouTube fact that you get removed from the YouTube partnership program. And I forget what it is. If you don't post at least one or like 3 videos every 3 months or something like that, like if you stop posting, I think you lose your monetization. At the same token, if you're not monetized and you're trying to get those watch hours, if you wait too long, the watch hours you get today get cut off today next year, because it's a rolling annual tally. And that's part of the reason why I'm still pushing forward with the Break Diving channel, no matter how discouraged I get or how depressed I am. I would be more depressed if I saw these 790 watch hours just disappear. And so I'm going to keep on trucking. Clear Trek, keep on trucking with yours. We will get there. We'll get these channels monetized. And with my personal channel, just going to keep going and hope something starts to click. Unknown caller. Not picking that up. ClearCheck says at least one video every 90 days. So whatever that is. And that's a very good lesson too. If you're planning to go away on vacation and you have a monetized channel, or you're going to go away to China for a year or whatever, or honestly, this is actually a really good point. No matter what, I think right now I'm going to schedule, who knows what can happen tomorrow on my channel or like with my life. And for some reason, for a whole year, I cannot post anything. Wouldn't it be better if I had at least one short that's queued up for every 90 days moving forward? Because that would make sure, or to be safe, probably every 70 days. Then I could just go dark for a whole year, and voila. I wonder how far you can schedule videos. That's an interesting idea. Maybe we do it. Maybe you schedule just a video every 60 days for the next 3 years. Because then no matter how miserable you feel, or no matter how much I want to give up, a video is going to get posted automatically. And maybe something will happen with that video that cajoles me back into YouTubing. Or maybe it just becomes, or maybe, like I said, what happens if I become incapacitated, either mentally or physically, and for 9 months I just stop posting? What I've learned is that people give up way too soon. But if you, and this goes back to what I talked about before, and ClearCheck gives me 100 for that. I think it is pretty wise. Plant seeds of hope all the time. I talk about planting seeds of hope. The only way you can get yourself out of a depression tomorrow is if you planted seeds today that bloom tomorrow. For example, like the last couple of days, I was feeling low. I posted the statistics from YouTube Studio in my channel, and then yesterday, that guy Tactical wrote back to me, and it gave me something motivational to think about. I made friends with that guy Damien, who was a guest on my channel a few weeks ago. Just randomly, he texted me last night when I was feeling really stinky around 5 or 6 o'clock p.m. And wow, he helped me feel better. Those are all seeds that I planted before that are planted last night. So if you have a monetized channel, you should plant 60-day videos that go out as far as YouTube will allow you to schedule. Because that way, even if you give up, as long as you don't delete your channel, you're still going to be producing content. And as long as it's evergreen content, evergreen means stuff that doesn't age, or that ages very well. So just do a simple short video every 60 days, schedule them out, and then just say, hey guys, want to just say thank you so much for your support, for being a part of my channel, blah, 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 whatever. That's good for me to post even in 2027. So that's something that I might consider doing, because when I'm in a good state of mind, I don't want to quit the YouTubing. When I'm in a good state of mind, I want to keep going and I want to make it work. But when you're in a bad state of mind, you think, this is stupid. This is a waste of time. I want to quit. I'm a failure. I'm a loser. Why did I make all these bad decisions? But you're not in the good frame of mind. And when you're in that frame of mind, you make poor decisions. And so what if that poor frame of mind keeps one of us from not posting for 90 days and your channel's monetized? And then on the 91st day, you go and check and you go, oh no, I'm not in the YouTube partnership program yet. I don't know if how that works. Maybe as soon as you post again, you're automatically back into the YouTube partnership program, or do you have to start over again to get the 4,000 hours of watch time? That would be painful. That would be painful. So, in conclusion, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Please watch some of our other live streams and our other videos while you're sleeping, when you're at work, whatever. Even if it's just 10 minutes, that's 10 minutes that's going to help our not-for-profit make monetization threshold. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't. We're a motivational community based on this concept of break diving. Don't wait for opportunities to float to the surface. Dive in and make your own big breaks in life. You can do that by yourself. You can do that by being a part of this YouTube channel. You can get more support by joining our actual online community at breakdiving.io, breakdiving.io. And some cool news, in about 2 to 4 weeks, we're releasing the Break Diving mobile app on Android and Apple. Fingers crossed, if everything goes well technologically. And I'm excited because I think that's going to get a lot more people excited about break diving, because everyone likes to download an app. No one likes to go to a website. So we'll see how that works. Thank you so much. And if any of you have a dream, remember, no rules, no excuses, no regrets. Keep the dream alive. Keep pushing, and meet you at the top. Bye, everybody. Thanks for your support. Oh, Clear Check, I hope to see you very soon on the Monroe Mann channel. Thanks, Clear Check. Yeah, I'll probably do something later today, maybe. So thank you very much for the support. I appreciate that.